Hello, this is KraftyGamez. Hope everyone's doing good today. And you're having a wonderful week so far. Just give me a second as I get things ready. So, today's video is going to be about a few things where my gamer tag came from, why I use KraftyGamez, as well as why hasn't there been much activity on my content wise, although I've had some on Twitch, none on YouTube, and plans for content, like what type of genre you will see being uploaded onto the channel, what type of guide type things, and games, and also like outside of like just games in general, like some like maybe like long form content, stuff like that, and improvements to the stream. I also lump with improvements like community stuff, so that'll be at the end, because I want to grow the community and have a nice, good environment for people to come, have fun, play, meet new people, have new friends, have games that they like to play, uh, to play with other people, you know. So the game I'm playing, as many of those that follow me already, I usually play or know my content for BDO guides. Before I get really into the video, I hope all those people that are following will continue to still support me. I am making this clear. I'll also make it clear later on the video. I still am going to be playing BDO, and I'm still going to be doing guides and content for BDO, so don't worry. But I hope you'll also join for other games too. So this game is called Dead by Daylight. Basically, the object is you can play two sides. You can play the killer or survivor. I'm not going to really spend too much time going over this game for those that may know. The survivor's job is to get 5 gens done and escape. Killer's job is to hook the survivors and don't let anyone escape. If you're a killer, if you get 3 finishing hooks, you win. If 3 survivors escape, the survivors win. If it's 2 hooks and 2 survive and escape, it's a draw. That's just how the game goes. So I'm just going to go over the tutorial. I've played this game. I just want to get the rewards and stuff for it. And also, so I'm not like having to use so much focus, and I can have a good flow of a video, because this is my 5th time and stuff doing this video, so I want to make sure it's right. So let's get into the meat of the video. The first part I want to talk about was where KraftyGamez came from. The first part, Krafty, came basically, I've had it for a long time, back when, like, Black Ops 2, and those days, I played Call of Duty competitively. I was on, like, teams, and so that's where Krafty came from, and I like the name Krafty because it was like another way of playing, like, oh, you play unique, or like it's a unique name, but like you're being crafty with how you're playing in situations. So I like that. I've just always have. It works with every type of game, you know. Well, you can apply it to a lot of games, right? For instance, Dead by Daylight, like you could make loops crafty and unique and stuff. Sometimes it doesn't happen. That's just how games go. So that's how I came with Krafty. I've always liked it, so I've always kept it. Now, where I came with games as the second part, the reason why I have it is because I don't want it to just be Krafty, but at the same time, I don't want to get lumped into like one thing. So, like, say for instance, a political name, right? So people would just assume that I do political content, which is not the case. Although games, I will be playing games, and I'll be talking about like maybe sometimes world events or what my thoughts are on some things, right? I'm not gonna. I didn't want to get pigeonholed into one thing because of the name I chose. So that's why I picked games, because when I'm playing games, I'll play a variety of different games. I can do multiple different types of content, right? I can play games and talk about political stuff, depending on it. I can play games and talk about guides. I can talk about sports, right? So it doesn't limit me. The channel will be me mainly playing games. Once in a while, maybe we'll have, like, I don't know. I'll say it's a little tricky. It'll always be probably me playing games right now until I get more improvements to my setup and stuff, as I'm working off of Xbox mainly. But once it comes time, like maybe have like something in the background, do like a podcast with some people, in the sense like talking about certain aspects, like whether it be esports, particularly how like COD teams are doing, League of Legends teams are going, stuff like that, right? So that's the first part. We're now going to go into the next section where to kind of give you an explanation of why I haven't been doing much content. There's no reason. I don't like making excuses. I was ill and I really lost my voice really bad. Ritzel will attest to this, and he was making jokes while I was playing with him. I was having a hard time talking, so I didn't, and then many things happen in life, just as it goes. And I had stuff planned and content, and I wanted to do. I just never gotten around to do it, and that's my fault. And I just got in rhythm of just not doing it. Once again, no excuse. This is the reason. It was just me not doing it. I'm not one for making excuses. That's just the bottom line. I want to be better, and I will be better. So plan for a lot of content coming forward. That's basically, to sum that up, you could say many things. I lost maybe interest in certain aspects of what I was doing content for. To be clear, I always have said I'm not going to be just a BDO channel, but that was where all my content has been so far. And so this is like me making it more clear to those that are following me, and I hope you stay following me, that I will still be doing BDO content, but I'm going to be doing other content because I've always wanted to be a variety streamer and do a variety of things. So this segues into the next subject. What are the plans for content-wise? So as you can see, I'm not playing BDO right now. I'm playing Dead by Daylight. I love games like this. There's a new game coming out, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I really like. I will be playing that when it comes out on August 18th, I believe. So I like games like this. I play with people. I play with Ritz a lot in this game. We play Survivor, because that's the only time you can play with friends unless you do a custom. So we'll do Survivor usually a lot when I play with him. It'll be all sorts. I brought up Call of Duty earlier about where my gamer tag came from. The plan is I will still be doing like competitive stuff, as far as like, not like competitive on a team, but like ranked gameplay, because I've always liked doing ranked gameplay and stuff. It's just something that's in me. One area you probably won't see too much of is me playing sports games. I do like playing sports games, but that's kind of like more like a relaxing. If people want it, I have no problem doing it. But it's mainly going to be like first-person shooters, maybe third-person shooters like Fortnite. You have single player games like Cyberpunk, Mountain Blade, Starfield coming out. Games like that. Those are going to be games I'm going to be going into. I already mentioned Cyberpunk, just as an example, Skyrim, stuff like that. Content also wise, I plan to. I mentioned esports. I mentioned Call of Duty particularly. So, have someone that likes Call of Duty and esports and talk to them about like how the season's going for certain teams, what we think, how a team may look maybe before the season starts, and how they'll play, and if they'll live up to expectation and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I'll be playing with people. There will be content with the normals that I play with. When I say normals, like the people that I normally play with. Like there will be a lot of content with them. There will also be content by myself, like this particular video or like the guides I've been doing. The plan is to still do guides, like I said, in BDO. I'm not leaving BDO. I'll still do guides for BDO. I'm also planning to do guides for other games. Granted, might not be as knowledgeable in certain games, but there may be something that I look at differently in some aspects for others than others. So I look forward to doing that. As far as content, what else? Oh, we'll do like I want to bring this kind of also goes into like community and stuff. So I brought up doing like stuff about COD esports and stuff like that, like podcasting. Not necessarily podcasts, but like talking about those games. I talked about like the types of games. I also like builder games, so like Stardew Valley, Conan, stuff like that. I like multiplayer games. I like play with ranked games as well. So, community thing. I was bringing up, we'll have like community games, right? So we'll play with the community, especially as it grows and stuff. So like have Among Us lobbies or something like that. Like fun stuff, you know. Harness community that's friendly together, plays, you know, has good time, has good discussions. We will have gameplay where we talk about things, you know, and stuff like that. So maybe we'll be playing Among Us, or like certain community members maybe like certain aspects of certain games. So we will do that. Like, say, for instance, God needs get someone that really likes Call of Duty, talk to them about it. Now this kind of goes into the community stuff. I brought up those that are already following. I hope you continue to follow, continue to join me on this journey of becoming a better content creator, branch into other games more, and supporting. Obviously, if you're only here for video content, I'm grateful for that, even if that's the only content you want to watch of mine. I'm perfectly fine with that, and I'm just very grateful for it. Building a community. So the plan is to eventually, relatively soon, to get a Discord up and running for the community where we can talk about things and harness a good community. Now, I wanted to focus on like the community building aspect, so I want us to grow and have a good, friendly community. I know part of games, like sometimes people get upset, bothered and stuff, but I don't want it to get to the point where people are starting to be like really rude to each other, be toxic. I have no problem with like jokes being made, like Rizzo and I make jokes and stuff like that. If it goes too far and someone asks you not to do something, please, respect what they say. I have like a zero tolerance when it comes to that. Like if someone wants to continue going on something that someone asked them to please not talk about, then they will obviously be either timed out. There'll maybe be like warning or two. I will talk with people, the community, what they think. If they feel it should be like one and done, or more of a fair thing where if they get warning, they have like another shot or something. And it depends on what it is, because I don't want to have the community be have toxicity in it. I want it to be a good community, and I'm a very firm believer when it comes to the community. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, these communities toxic stuff. I think a community doesn't have to have like that label of toxicity. I think you can own a good community. There's good people in the world. I believe in people a lot of times, and I want to make a good community for not only for myself and the people around me, but for those that like following me, that like listening to content and stuff, that they'll have a good community around them. That if like they need help with something, or they just need someone to play with as a friend, that we have a community that you don't have to like go too personal into their life, but we'll be there to at least be their friend, right? Help them, be friendly. Doesn't have to walk them through anything they're dealing with, but being a friend. People know what I mean by that. Just being a friend can go so far, and I want a community that is like that. Like, if someone's struggling, we come together and cheer them up, make them happy. That's a big thing for me. I don't want to have a community that's going into other streamers. Say I'm playing Dead by Daylight and there's another streamer streaming. I don't want a community that my followers or viewers go into their stream and start harassing them. If they want to check out their stream and say like, hey, we follow so and so, we just want to see like your point of view. Okay, that's different. But don't go in there and like bother them or harass them, like saying, oh, like say they lost really roughly, like I just really bodied the game. Don't go in there and say, oh, you guys suck or whatever. Like, I don't want that. Something that I always try and do, and I want to try and harness in the community, is instead of like looking at reasons others caused you to lose, really look at what you could have done. Yes, some people play a certain way that's really not fun, and it's unfortunate. People make this complaint when it comes to the DVD, as far as killers staying at the hook. You know, that happens, but you know what? Look at the positive. Just look how you can play the game. If they want to do that, just play in the way where your team's doing gens, waits till you get second hook, and then swaps and saves you before you finish the second hook. And that person will switch, and then you just do it that way. You keep on doing it. Eventually, if the killer is going to stay there and do that, they're going to lose the game, right? And then at the end, you guys can all come together and get the person and share hits. So there's like ways around that. A lot of times, people will make the complaint, oh, he's camping, but then they go and kind of force it, where they are staying around. This is just using an example of DBD, but this can be any game, right? Like, maybe Call of Duty, like he's using a really cheese thing. Say, okay, he's using a cheese thing. We could have played better still. But in DBD, like, there's always ways you can counter things, or ways you can play better, I should say. And it's just up to us, like, figure it out, right? And not make that blame. So I want to try and harness a community like that. I talked about the Discord. That that'll be coming up soon. When I make a video when it's done or up and running, I will make that known. Not only on Twitch, but also in the bio and stuff, and on a YouTube video. I'll bring it up at the beginning. Yeah. So improvements. I know my mic's not the best. I'm aware of that. I do plan to get a better mic and improve the stream gradually. One thing as well from the community, I forgot to bring this up when I was on it, is if you guys have games that you'd like to see me try or play, please leave it in the comments or bring it up in chat for me to look at or at least think about, and I will look into it and try it and see if I like it and stuff. I will say this, if I don't like a game or I'm not feeling a game, I'm not going to force myself to play it. But yeah, so please, I very much want the community to interact, like bring up games that maybe they like to see me play or want to play with me, see how I'd like it or something. Or if they want to play with me in certain games like Call of Duty or whatever. So that, and then the improvements also go with kind of the community thing as well. Is if you think there's something I can do better, like critique-wise, like maybe there's something that you see that maybe you would be like, oh, you could maybe do better in your guides if you do this or whatever. If I see it quite frequently or quite often, I will look into that criticism and see how I can improve it. Obviously, not all criticism is equal. Sometimes you'll get criticism that just is a one-off or it doesn't make sense for the critique. Maybe it's just particularly that one video. But the point is, I will look at it and think about it and apply those things to become better, better streamer, and all of that. So just really in closing, I'm grateful for all those that watch me on Twitch, watch me on YouTube, that follow me. I hope those that already do, join me for the ride of playing the other games. And I'm grateful for all the likes, comments, and input that people give and subscribes. Yeah, what can I say? I'm just really grateful for all the views and anything I get. I know, like, I'm not going to be Mr. Beast right off the bat. There was something that really stuck out that he said that I saw in one of his videos. I don't normally watch Mr. Beast, but it was like a clip, like a short, where he said, and I agree with this, like, you can't expect to be perfect when it comes to your videos when you first start, but gradually over time you improve with each video. So I understand, like, I'm gonna have some videos that could be better, and as I do more, I will get there. They'll become better, and that's the plan, is to continue doing content, and improve. Become a better content creator, see what I can improve better in my videos, my guides, everything. Obviously, I'm going to need to constantly or continually make videos and improve so that I can grow in that aspect. And I know, like, Rome isn't built overnight, that it takes time. I don't expect to have 1 million viewers or like 1,000 viewers right off the bat. I know it's going to be a lot of time where it's just 1, 2, maybe 3 for a bit, but slowly look at the growth and progression. And that's what's important, is progressing in any aspect. So I think that's really mainly it for this video. I just really wanted to, like, let all those that follow me, those that will watch the video, new subscribers in the future, know, like, these are the plans in the community. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for the content I'm going to be doing, the guides, the gameplay, the playthroughs, all that stuff. I'm really excited for it. And I hope that I'll see you as you follow along as I do that content. And yeah, let's make a great community, a good community, a fun community, and let's have fun. All right. So this is KraftyGamez. You can follow me on KraftyGamez on Twitch with a Z at the end, and KraftyGamez on YouTube, also with a Z, same. And I will see you guys later. Please leave a like, follow, and subscribe. Or comment and subscribe. I guess follow is the same. Well, you have a blessed day and a beautiful day. And I hope your guys' week is going great. Have a good one. Bye.